Napoleon Bonaparte played a real chess game against the Mechanical Turk, and he tried to cheat 3 times. And even if you don't understand chess, you'll still see the psychology of Napoleon in play. Napoleon, Emperor of France, had conquered Austria 6 weeks before this game and was celebrating when someone brought a chess machine. The machine was called the Mechanical Turk. It was dressed like a Turkish nobleman for reasons no one knows. The Turk had already beaten Benjamin Franklin and Frederick the Great. At first, Napoleon, one of the best military strategists who ever existed, decided to test the machine. He took the first move as white. The Turk normally played white. But Napoleon did not care. He was Napoleon. Then, a few moves in, Napoleon made an illegal move. Not by accident. On purpose. To see what would happen. But the Turk was not about to let Napoleon do whatever he wanted. It placed the piece back where it came from and waited. Napoleon found this funny. He made the same illegal move again. This time, the Turk picked up the piece and removed it from the board at all. Then took its own turn, but Napoleon tried the illegal move a 3rd time. Yes, that's Napoleon for you. Mechanical Turk was rage-baited successfully. He swept his arm across the board and knocked every piece onto the floor. Napoleon reportedly laughed. He concluded the machine had a flexible mind capable of handling cheaters. He ordered the board reset to play a real game. Now the real deal begins. The opening Napoleon chose is called the Napoleon opening. Who could have thought? Actually, it's named after Napoleon. That is not a compliment. Napoleon opened the game with e4, trying to take control of the center. Turk responded with the most natural move, e5, blocking the pawn. As a brilliant tactician known for his fast and highly aggressive military attacks, Napoleon played queen to f3. This is an aggressive move. Bringing the queen out on move 2 is typically considered a bad idea. The queen is the most powerful piece on the board. Moving her to f3 on move 2 puts her directly in the path of every black piece that wants to develop. She will spend the rest of the game running away. Most non-noob chess players call this losing time, but Napoleon was trying to set up Scholar's Mate. Scholar's Mate is a 4-move checkmate that works against players who have never seen it before. The Turk had seen it before and placed knight c6, defending the pawn. Napoleon plays bishop to c4, completing the Scholar's Mate setup. The Turk wasn't 400 elo, and played knight to f6, blocking it completely. Scholar's Mate is over. The game has barely started. Napoleon's queen is already in the wrong place. Napoleon plays knight to e2. The Turk plays bishop to c5. Both sides are developing pieces. Napoleon's queen is still on f3, slightly embarrassed. You might think that right now Napoleon will showcase his brilliant tactical abilities, but Napoleon plays a3. a3 is a pawn move that does nothing. It protects a square that nobody is attacking. Chess players sometimes call moves like this mysterious. Historians call it bad. The Turk plays d6 and begins preparing a real attack. Napoleon castles to protect his king, now safe, surrounded by pieces. Unnatural, considering his tendency to overthrow kings. The Turk immediately puts a bishop on g4, pointing directly at Napoleon's queen. Napoleon moves his queen to d3 to escape. The Turk moves a knight to h5. The knight is now pointing at Napoleon's f4 square. The Turk is building something. Napoleon is reacting to it. Napoleon plays h3, trying to kick the bishop away. The Turk ignores this and trades the bishop for Napoleon's knight. Napoleon recaptures. The Turk puts a knight on f4, attacking the queen again. The queen has now moved 4 times and is losing the argument. Napoleon's queen has no good square. She retreats. This was the critical, worst move of the game, because now the Turk can create a very powerful attack. The Turk places a knight on d4. Napoleon moved his bishop here because he had to protect the pawn from this knight, which could cause a fork, but it's too late. Napoleon didn't see that he was about to experience something way worse than a fork. Turk's knight captures the pawn and checks the king.
But wait, can't he just take the knight? He made a mistake.
That's why you are 800 elo. If he takes the pawn, the knight will move here and attack both the king and the queen. The king will have to move, and the queen will be gone. Napoleon moved the king. Unfortunately for him, this is only the beginning. Turk's threatening to make a discovered check after moving his knight. Napoleon has to move his queen, or keep being aggressive, attack the queen with this pawn, and if a discovered check happens, the pawn will take the queen. Guess what? He got the same treatment for his aggression as for attacking Russia. That blunder was Napoleon's second greatest mistake in life. The short king is officially losing. Napoleon's king is now under direct threat. The Turk has both its knights on Napoleon's half of the board. Napoleon's pieces are mostly where they started. He has to move the king. Turk takes Napoleon's queen. Rook takes back. This entire game, Napoleon has been very aggressive, putting his pieces in embarrassing positions and suffering from his pathetic, failed quick attack. Turk moves the queen to continue the attack. What even is that move? Napoleon, you are under complete attack, and you just moved a pawn one square? Although he's miserable anyway. Turk takes advantage of that. Napoleon's rook is under attack. He desperately moves it. However, it's almost over. Queen takes the pawn and almost kills the king. King moves to f1, only move. Bishop moves to free up space. Napoleon's king starts running away. Queen checks. It's almost over. Queen takes the tower. At this point, he's waiting for the checkmate. Queen g2 check. King e1. Knight g1. Here it is. This stubborn emperor still doesn't give up, and plays a knight move to prevent checkmate for a single move. But it's no use. Bishop takes the knight. Napoleon has fallen. This is checkmate. Napoleon had conquered Austria 6 weeks before this game. He could not beat the Austrian chess player hiding inside a wooden cabinet. The man operating the Turk was Johann Allgaier, an Austrian chess master. He had been inside the cabinet the entire time, moving the pieces with magnets, watching Napoleon cheat 3 times through a small mirror, and then defeating him in 24 moves. Not only that, but he actually believed Mechanical Turk was a real chess automation. Napoleon was a persistent but very weak player. This is the official historical verdict. He did name a chess opening after himself. It is not recommended.